No matter how far we run, the past always catches up to us. It lingers in our memories, shaping who we are, even when we try to leave it behind. And that's the tragedy of Cowboy Bebop, a story about lost souls trying to escape their past, only to realize they never really can. But what makes Cowboy Bebop really powerful is how the show plays out with its characters. Each of them represent a different way of dealing with the past. You see denial, nostalgia, regret, and even abandonment. And in this video we're going to break down each character's past and see what kind of past they had. First is Spike, the main character of the show. Spike is a man who walks like he's already dead essentially. He doesn't see himself as truly alive, as he's just going through his motions, waiting for the past to come knocking. He once had a future, a love, and a place in the world. But when he left the syndicate, he lost it all. Julia, the woman he loved, disappeared. His old life became a ghost, and so he did. Throughout the series, we see Spike pretend not to care as he laughs through danger and throws himself into fight without even any hesitation, and doesn't even seem to worry about the consequences. And that's because he doesn't believe he has a future, so he's just watching a dream he'll never wake up from. For Spike, he's not running from his past, but instead he's waiting to return to it. And that's why when Julia finally comes back into his life, it doesn't bring relief, it brings inevitability. He was never free, he was just waiting for the past to drag him back. And that's why the ending of Cowboy Bebop is so tragic. When Spike walks into that final fight, he's not fighting to live, but yet he's fighting to end this dream, to finally stop running, even if it means that. Because of him, the past wasn't something he carried, it was something that owned him. Next up is Faye Valentine. In the beginning of the show when she was introduced, I didn't like her as much, but after the whole series played out, I actually give my respects to her, I guess. If Spike is haunted from his past, Faye is actually running from hers. But unlike him, she doesn't even know what she's running from. After waking up from cryo sleep, she has no memories, no family, no identity. All she has is the depths of her life that she doesn't even remember. So she does what makes sense. She tries to become someone new. She plays this part of this cold, cynical woman who doesn't need anyone. She gambles, lies, and manipulates, and we see that throughout the show a lot, even when she was with the main cast. If you take a close look, you can see that she acts like she's fine, but deep down, she's actually really desperate to belong somewhere. Later on, she finds it. A tape, a relic from her childhood, a version of herself she no longer remembers, a hopeful, innocent girl who believed in the future. And that moment shatters her, because suddenly she realized what's been missing. She had a home, she had a family, and now it's all gone. But not to worry, as she finally finds a new home, with Spike and Jet and Ed and Ian. But sadly, just as she finds them, they seem to break up. And when she goes back to where she came from, it's also too late, as her past is just a pile of ruins. And that's the cold truth of Cowboy Bebop, forcing her to face the past isn't something we can go back to. Sometimes there's nothing even left. Next up is Jet, a character I really enjoyed seeing, someone who was actually serious and focused in his work. Unlike Spike, he didn't just jump into fights because he knew the consequences. And because Jet is different, he's not running from his past. He's not also waiting for it to catch him like Faye. Instead, he's trying to make peace with it. But no matter how hard he tries, it still weighs on him. Jet's past is one of betrayal. He was once a cop, a good one too. But he learned the hard way that the world isn't so black and white after his partner betrayed him. The woman he loved left him without explanation. And unlike Spike and Faye, Jet doesn't drown in regret. He tries to move forward. He builds a new life as a bounty hunter, takes care of the Bebop, and even grows bonsai trees, a symbol of patience and control. This just shows you what kind of person Jet is, and I actually respect that a lot about him. And I try to have the same ideology of him. Regardless, no matter how much he tries to keep things stable, the past still lingers. His old wounds never heal, and he wants to believe that he can let go, but deep down, he's still that cop who wants to do the right thing. He's still the man who wonders why the people he loved left him behind. And in the end, Jet is the one left standing, watching as everyone drifts away again, because while he may try to move on, the past still echoes in everything he does. Finally, we come to our last two characters, Ed and Ian. Ed and Ian are truly different. She's a character who isn't actually running away from something. She lives in the moment. As you can see her throughout the show, she's always playing, laughing, and always free. But even she has to make a choice. And in the end, she leaves as well. She understands something that others don't. That sometimes you have to move forward, even if it means leaving people behind. And that's why maybe she's the only one who got a chance for a new beginning. Even though she faced abandonment when she was young, she still lives in the present. In the end, Cowboy Bebop isn't just about some bounty hunters in space you would once think in the beginning of the show, but it's actually about people trying and failing to outrun their past. Some wait for it, some chase it, some try to forget it, but no one escapes it. And maybe that's what makes the show so powerful. Because even in the real world, we all carry our past with us. It's just how we choose what to do with it. Anyways, Cowboy Bebop is a wonderful show, and a show that at the beginning I was kind of not that interested, but the more I watched, the more I actually learned about the characters and what this show essentially is about, and that hooked me. Cowboy Bebop is a really good show that you guys should check out. Well, I mean, after this video, hopefully you've seen it, because the amount of spoilers I said. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you like more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Or don't, I don't, it's not, But anyways, I'll see you guys later.